Jim, thanks for getting here on such short notice. I'm sure you're aware of the volatile political situation in San Pedro and the importance of that island nation to the United States.
Yes, but after all these years of bloodshed, it seems as if San Pedro's current government and the rebels are finally close to some real negotiations.
Unfortunately, it looks like that's just about to change. Approximately 3 hours ago, the United States ambassador to San Pedro, George Duncan, was kidnapped in the city of Puerto Natal. So far, we have no demands. We believe this work to be that of one Carlos Mendoza, also known as El Raton. We believe that Mendoza has kidnapped the ambassador in order to disrupt the talks and to create strife which will allow him to seize control of the rebel forces.
From what I know of Mendoza, I find it highly likely he plans on killing Ambassador Duncan.
That is what we believe as well. We believe that he has only kidnapped the ambassador in order to create instability. In fact, knowing how unstable he is himself, I would venture to say that we have perhaps no more than 24 hours to get our men out of there before. I wish I could give you some information to go on, but the fact of the matter is we have no idea where the ambassador is being held. He could be anywhere in Puerto Natal or even anywhere in San Pedro. We've got a real problem here, Jim. The reputation in the United States as a major player in this area is at stake. If we can't get our men out before Mendoza decides to act, we could stand to lose an awful lot. Can you help me?
Since time is of the absolute essence, and we have very little information to work with, I plan to bring the Psychic Task Force in at once on this problem.
Psychics.
We'll first have them work from Ambassador Duncan's photo. Fortunately for us, Team 31 is on the Q level even as we speak, planning to work on an experiment late in the evening. I can have them working on our situation in less than half an hour, and if need be, have them work through the entire night.
I don't know, Jim. Psychics? Just how reliable can they be, anyway?
Our top psychic has a consistent record of almost 7% over chance.
7%? 7%?
7%.
That's not much to stake a man's life on, Jim.
Have you ever been to Las Vegas? The roulette wheel is biased at almost 5.25% in favor of the house. Other gambling games even less so, and yet the house never loses.
In the long run, they never lose. I'd hate to put a man's life on one spin of the roulette wheel.
Don't worry, we will get him back. Tomorrow morning I'll have our chief scientist, Dr. Baker, give you a status briefing, as well as a briefing on the Team 31 concept. Now, if you excuse me, I have an appointment in San Pedro.
Good luck, Jim.
Thank you.
May God help us.
Water. I see water. Yes, they've taken him across water. I see an island. I think they're on an island. The trip was very short, and he was blindfolded the entire way. But I don't think they've gone far. They're horses. Horses on a farm, and a red building overlooking the sea. It's a barn. A red barn. I can hear the roar of the ocean and see the mainland. And there's guards. There's guards around the structure. A tall structure.
Thanks a lot.
A silo. No, not a silo.
Still in the city. He's not very far from where he was captured. This They've tied him tightly with ropes. The ropes hurt. The ropes hurt. The ropes hurt. Stop it. It hurts. There's a piazza and a fountain. The streets are narrow. Dirt streets. There is a brick building.
Not a silo.
It's a
lighthouse.
3-story building.
Tall lighthouse.
All of its neighbors are 1-story adobes.
The ambassador is very frightened. He's in a dark place. The only time he sees his captors is when they bring him food.
And he is in danger. He's in danger from a man with a beard.
Small window, and through the bars he can see the ocean. The cell is made out of brick.
Tell me anything about the bearded man.
Hello, Senor Ambassador. I hope that you are awake. Just wanted you to know that I'm going to kill you soon. There will be no peace talks tomorrow. When Senor Big Negotiator is found dead, there will be no peace talks. Then I, El Raton, once again will be leader of the rebel forces. I'm going to kill you real soon. I'm going to enjoy killing you.
Okay, he's being guarded by a man on horseback. But he's in the city. He's not in the country. He's in a tower, and the tower's overlooking the city. There's a garden with a statue in it. He's one of them. The man with the beard is one of them. Even though he looks human. They're going to take Ambassador Duncan away in a UFO. They're everywhere.
Ma'am.
They've infiltrated the San Pedro government.
Helena! Please. Oh, God.
I still say there's a tower. There's a man with a beard.
Okay, you're fired. Thanks a lot. No problem. There's a piazza.
There's a man with a beard.
The streets are narrow. Building.
Cobblestone Street, running water.
Braided adobe. Goes to a window. Looks down the street below.
So it shouldn't be concentrating on this one. Running water.
Ambassador saw a horse when his blindfold slipped, but it's not a real horse. It's a statue.
Our confidence increased to 84%, probability on horse 48%, probability on statue 87%, probability on statue on horse 83%.
Okay, shouldn't have to put on the skull. It looks big and tower-like. Control Station 10. Something interesting here.
Right, if we're getting somewhere, let's have an enlargement of this area.
I think that there is a fountain. Yes, running water in the fountain. You know what else? I am really starting to get hungry.
The man on the balcony. The man's on the balcony. I'm getting real hungry.
Let's try a couple of statistical tables. Yes?
Hey. I'm getting real hungry. I go for pizza about now.
Alright, I'll see if I can get you a pizza.
Pizza? Hey, have we been here all night?
Right, let's try a couple. Yeah? Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Right, I'm trying to do some pizza right away. Hold on. The psychics in the rubber room demand pizza.
Well, you're feeding them and not us? Come on!
Well, what about us? We're hungry too. I mean, we work here too, just 'cause we're not psychics.
Okay. Everyone's been working hard, could use a little break. Bob, call Greasy's. Have him bring a delivery to entrance 4. Let's see, make that, say, 6 plain large pizzas, 6 veggie, and 6 with everything.
Hey, how about some beer, too?
And a bunch of colas and Diet Colas.
Control, this is Station 9. My 8 a.m. meeting with Grant Cage is coming up. Do you have anything solid for me? Great, thanks. That looks pretty good. Can you get Tom down here to spell me while I go over this briefing? All right, thanks a lot. This briefing will be at the top secret level. Few people are even aware of the existence of Bureau of Psychic Affairs. It was established in 1971. By 1976, we had identified over 100 highly gifted psychics. For our purposes, a psychic is defined as anyone who consistently scores higher than 4% better than chance in the BPA standard battery of test. Once it's established that better than chance odds are possible, you can use statistical methods to help you improve that edge. Since psychics can have a crosstalk effect on each other, it was necessary to develop some new statistical methods, and that problem was finally solved in 1981. Are you familiar with the old sucker bet? You bet someone at a bar that at least 2 of the patrons will have the same birthday? Sounds like a sure bet. But if there are 35 people, the odds are 8 in 10 that at least 2 will share a birthday.
But what does this have to do with psychic research?
You solve the problem by working backward and showing that it is unlikely that they will all have different birthdays. Well, if you cross-correlate the input from a group of these psychics, it's unlikely that they would all be wrong about the same things. And in fact, we have a saying, 87 psychics can't be wrong. So if there's 5% information and 95% noise in the psychic ingredients, we can extract the information content. The problem is it takes days or weeks for the results to converge, and we've found that working with a small group is much more practical. Take 31 of the most reliable psychics, and their output is correlated with all the intelligence data you can gather. There are few problems that we can't crack in 24 hours or less.
If psychic research is so effective in this regard, why haven't more people become aware of it?
Which brings me to my next point, secrecy. Secrecy has been maintained by a carefully orchestrated program of denial, devaluation, and defamation.
There is not one single shred of evidence in support of a belief in psychic phenomena.
Weren't there some studies by Dr. Ryan that showed positive results?
Their positive findings were minuscule.
Down in the statistical noise. So small as to render them absolutely useless for any practical purpose whatsoever.
I'm a performer of illusions that appear to be magic. But let me tell you, there is no magic, and people who claim to be psychics are mostly frauds. A few of them are deluded and falsely think that they are psychics, but every last one of the rest of them are frauds.
But there were some government studies that were well publicized, weren't there?
You're one step ahead of me. That program was a disinformation. Although there were a few legitimate studies in this program, the project served very well to discredit the entire concept of psychic research.
That program was an enormous waste of the taxpayers' money. Your money and my money was squandered on a worthless study that ended up proving only one thing. Even scientists can be gullible.
As time goes on, we are becoming increasingly confident in the reliability of psychic assistance intelligence gathering. Let me assure you that we are minutes away from pinpointing his location. At this time, we believe Ambassador Duncan is being held in Porto Natal. There are 7 guards who come in and out at various times, and right now we're trying to determine the street address. Jim Randall landed at the Porto Natal airport about 20 minutes ago, and right now is conferring with our local operatives. As soon as we can download the final information, they'll be moving in for a rescue operation.
Beginning to minimize psychic crosstalk interference. 8 subjects isolated. Matrix for remaining 23 is developing.
Cobblestone Street, running water. The time for action is soon. Still say there's a tower, and I still say the gray aliens are involved.
Alright, let's see what it looks like with a balcony added on the 3rd floor here. Okay.
3 of the guards have gone out for a while. They're waiting for them to return.
All stations, I have some good news. We're converging rapidly. Here's what it looks like so far. As you can see, things we are feeling confident are that they are still in Porto Natal. They are near or in sight of a tower, statue, or fountain. They are on a 3rd-story room with a balcony. They are currently guarded by 2 men and 1 woman. Unfortunately, we are very certain that they are getting ready to kill Ambassador Duncan soon. Our operatives in Porto Natal are receiving location information, but we're still trying to pinpoint it.
How are we doing with getting them a picture of the building?
Well, we're pretty sure there's a 3rd floor balcony involved, and that Mendoza will go out there to critically.